You've been following all the smart money advice. You budget every penny, track every expense, hunt for the best deals, and save religiously. Yet, somehow, you're still broke, still stressed about money, still living paycheck to paycheck, despite doing everything the financial gurus tell you to do. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The most popular financial advice isn't just useless. It's actively keeping you trapped in poverty, thinking why. Every time you ask, can I afford this? Instead of what will this cost me not to do? You're reinforcing the exact mindset that blocks wealth. Today, I'm showing you why conventional wisdom creates the opposite result, and the identity shift that actually builds wealth. Because real financial freedom doesn't start with your bank account. It starts with subtracting the scarcity identity. That's running your financial decisions. The advice sounds logical. Spend less, save more, track every dollar. But this creates what I call the scarcity trap, where your brain becomes wired to see money as something to protect, rather than something to use strategically. When you're constantly asking, can I afford it? You're not making a financial decision. You're reinforcing an identity, the identity of someone who can't afford things. Your brain doesn't distinguish between asking this about a $5 coffee or a $5,000 investment. It just hears I can't afford things on repeat, and your nervous system responds accordingly. This is why people who obsess over budgeting apps and expense tracking often stay broke despite perfect spreadsheets. They're training their brain to focus on scarcity. Every notification about overspending, every red number in their budget, every receipt they photograph is another signal to their subconscious that money is scarce and must be hoarded. The real cost isn't the money you're not spending. It's the mental energy you're wasting on $10 decisions, while missing $10,000 opportunities. You'll spend 20 minutes driving to another store to save 50 cents on groceries, but you won't invest in the skill that could double your income because you can't afford it. I see this constantly. People who refuse to buy a $20 book that could change their career trajectory, but they'll waste hours comparing prices on things that don't matter. They'll buy cheap shoes that fall apart in 6 months instead of quality ones that last years, because they can't see past the upfront cost. This survival mode thinking becomes your default operating system. You start seeing the world split into two categories: those who have money and those who don't. And you've placed yourself firmly in the don't have category, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The wealthy think differently. They don't ask, can I afford this? They ask, what will this cost me not to do? They understand opportunity cost. While you're protecting your $500 emergency fund, they're investing in relationships, skills, and systems that generate multiples of that amount. Here's what penny pinching actually costs you. You waste cognitive bandwidth on insignificant decisions. You miss networking events because of the entry fee. You don't take courses that could advance your career. You avoid investing in tools that could save you time. You stay in situations that drain you because change requires upfront investment. The scarcity mindset convinces you that being cheap is being smart. But there's a massive difference between being strategic with money and being afraid of it. Strategic spending accelerates wealth. Hoarding slows it down. When you're operating from scarcity, every financial decision reinforces the belief that you don't have enough and never will it. This is why people can follow perfect budgeting advice for years and still struggle financially. They're treating symptoms while strengthening the root cause. The budget isn't the problem. The identity behind the budget is what's keeping you broke. The shift from scarcity to wealth thinking starts with one question change. Instead of can I afford it, you ask what will this cost me not to do? This single reframe transforms how you see every financial decision. When you operate from this mindset, you start thinking in terms of value rather than price. You realize that the $500 course that teaches you a skill worth $50,000 more per year isn't an expense. It's the cheapest money you'll ever spend. But the scarcity mindset can't see this because it's focused on protecting the $500, not creating the $50,000. This is the growth paradox. The people who are afraid to spend money on themselves stay broke. The people who strategically invest in their growth create wealth. It's not about spending recklessly. It's about understanding opportunity costs and compound effects. The wealthy think in terms of what they're missing. While you're debating whether to spend $100 on a networking event, they're calculating the cost of not being in that room. They know that one conversation, one connection, one insight could be worth thousands. They're not gambling. They're making calculated investments in their future earning potential. This applies to everything. Skills compound, relationships compound, systems compound, time savings compound. When you invest in learning a high-value skill, you don't just earn back the investment once, you earn it back repeatedly for years. When you build a system that saves you an hour per week, that's 52 hours per year you can redirect to income-generating activities. But here's what most people miss about investing in yourself. It's not just about the direct return, it's about the identity shift. That happens when you start betting on yourself. When you spend money on your growth, you're telling your subconscious that you're worth investing in. You're programming yourself to think like someone who expects returns. The fear of spending money to make money keeps people trapped in employee thinking. They want guaranteed outcomes before they invest. But wealth building requires you to invest before you see results. You have to develop the skill before you get paid for it. You have to build the relationship before it pays dividends. You have to create the system before it saves you time. Strategic spending accelerates everything. When you invest in tools that save you time, you can spend that time on higher value activities. When you invest in your health, you have more energy for productive work. When you invest in your skills, you can command higher prices. When you invest in relationships, opportunities find you instead of you chasing them. The compound effect is why small investments in yourself create massive returns over time. A $1,000 investment in learning a skill that increases your income by $200 per month pays for itself in 5 months. Then, it continues paying you for years. But the scarcity mindset sees the $1,000 cost and misses the $50,000 lifetime value. Real wealth isn't about having money. It's about having choices. The wealthy use money as a tool for permission, not security. They're buying the option to say no to things that don't serve them and yes to things that do. This requires a fundamental shift from protection thinking to permission thinking. Instead of asking, how can I protect what I have? You start asking, how can I use what I have to create more options? Money stops being something you hoard and becomes something you deploy strategically. The difference between being cheap and being strategic is intention. Cheap people avoid spending because they're afraid. Strategic people spend intentionally because they understand the true cost of every decision. They know that the cheapest option often costs more in the long run through wasted time, missed opportunities, and inferior results. When you reach this level, time and mental bandwidth become your real currencies. You start putting a price on things most people don't even consider. What's your bandwidth worth? What's your peace of mind worth? What's your energy worth? These become part of your decision-making framework. The freedom formula is simple. Every financial decision gets filtered through multiple cost calculations, not just the money cost, but the time cost, the energy cost, the opportunity cost, and the mental bandwidth cost. When you factor in all costs, premium options often become the smartest choice. This is why wealthy people pay for convenience. They're not being wasteful. They're being strategic. They understand that their time is worth more than the premium they're paying. They'd rather pay extra for delivery than spend an hour shopping. They'd rather hire someone to handle tasks they don't enjoy than do them poorly themselves. You start designing your life around what energizes you, rather than what you can afford. You make decisions based on what protects your ability to operate at your highest level. You become selective about what deserves your attention, because you know that every yes is also a no to something else. The wealthy don't just think about financial ROI. They think about life ROI. Will this decision make my life easier or harder? Will it give me more energy or drain me? Will it create more options or fewer? These questions matter more than the price tag. Because they understand that quality of life compounds just like money does. Your relationship with money is really your relationship with yourself. When you stop asking, "Can I afford it?" and start asking, "What will this cost me not to do?" you're not just changing a question. You're subtracting the scarcity identity that's been running your financial decisions. Start with one decision today where you choose based on value instead of price. That's how transformation begins.